What's up, guys? Your plant's looking like crap, and you're wondering, is there anything you can do to help your plant recover a little faster? Any magical juices you can buy, spray on your plant, add to the soil? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips that you can actually do. You can do to help your plant come back faster, and it doesn't require you to spend any money. So let's go ahead and get started. Normally, after winter, a lot of your plants are not gonna look their best, like this Ruby Supreme guava right here. Dead branches, hardly any leaves, and most people would just look at it and be like, man, just throw it away. Well, plants are living beings just like you and I. Will you throw your kid or your pet away just because it's not looking their best? No. So why will you throw your plant away? So that brings us to tip number 1. What can you do in order to help this plant recover a little faster? Well, for one, guys, first thing you can do is you can go around your tree and then you can just prune all the dead branches. Just prune it back a little bit. Most of those branches are gonna be green anyways, but just by pruning the canopy back, you will actually be putting some energy back into the main trunk of your plant and its root system. So that way your plant will have more energy to grow more roots and become stronger as the temperatures warm up. So just prune it back. How much to prune it? Well, every tree is going to be a little different. For this one, all I got to do is just prune back a few of the branches that I can reach, nothing big, and that will encourage the tree to actually bud out like this. Over here you can see new leaves are starting to come back. Not only will pruning make your plants look a little nicer, especially if you sell plants, it will also help them conserve energy. So what's tip number 2? Well, besides pruning your plants, like I'm doing right now, tip number 2 is water your plants. Yes, if your plants are in containers like this, follow the 50% rule that I teach. And that is, wait until your plant is 50% dry, and then however long it takes to go from wet to 50% dry, that is how often you water your plants. As the temperatures warm up, well, your plants are going to sweat more and they will dry a lot faster. So make sure you water your plants. Will overwatering your plants help them? Will keeping the soil wet help your plants recover faster? Well, in reality, no. Your plants just need water when they need water. Keeping the soil wet is not gonna make your plants grow faster. Just like if you drink more water, you're not gonna grow any faster either. It's the same principle. And that brings us to tip number 3. If your plant is meant to take full sun, in order to help your plant recover a little faster, what you can do is you can shade them. Now, guava plants like this, red Malaysians right here that look terrible, and on the right side I have Mexican guavas. They are yellow on the outside and red on the inside. This take full blasting sun, 120 degrees all day, no issues, when they're healthy. But right now, they took frost damage last winter because I left them outside. So for the time being, until their canopy gets a little bigger, they're going to be here in the shade to help them recover a little faster. So that way your plant doesn't have to get stressed trying to deal with the sun and grow new roots and grow new leaves. Because the more stress your plant has during the recovery time, the longer your plant is going to take to actually recover. This is why when people start dumping stuff in the soil and spraying their plants, they're actually not helping their plants. They're doing the opposite. Your plant is getting stressed even more, trying to eat when you're force feeding it, or trying to deal with all the junk you're spraying on it, then rooting itself in the ground, and that's what you actually want. Now, is there anything you can actually do to see if your plants that are alive, to see if it's even worth the saving it or not? Well, if your plant looks like a dead stick like this one right here, you can actually scratch the bark. So what you do is you go to your plant and then you go ahead and scratch the bark. And as you scratch it, you're gonna see that it's gonna be green underneath. If it's green under, that means your plant is alive and it's worth saving. Now, a lot of your plants are gonna start dying back from the top to bottom, slowly. So this is why pruning is important to conserve energy on your plant. So if your plant is alive, all you need is just to wait. And that brings us to my bonus tip of the day, and that is patience, guys. A lot of your plants are not always gonna look their best. The only time your plants look their best is usually if you give them the perfect growing conditions. This is why a lot of the plants, when you go to the box stores, they look amazing, because all those plants just came out of greenhouses where they control the humidity, they control the temperature, and they control the light. And that's why those plants look amazing. In the real world out here in the desert, where most of these plants are not native to, your plants are not gonna look their best. If you grow a guava plant, your guavas are gonna look like this if you don't frost protect them. These are just the ones in containers, which are even more sensitive to frost damage. That's the one in the ground. And as you can see, the upper canopy sustained frost damage. Your plants are not always gonna look their best, and that is to be expected. And most plants will not even start growing until they have the right conditions. And for most plants, that is when the night temperatures warm up. Like this Barbados cherries right here. Nobody wanted to buy these Barbados cherries, even when I had them on sale at the beginning of the season, because everybody looked at the plant, they look ugly, and nobody's gonna buy them, right? And they were on sale for half the price. But guess what? Barbados cherry trees only grow when the night temperatures are hot. Usually, I don't see new growth out of my Barbados cherry trees until the night temperatures get in the high 50s or even hotter. Once the night temperatures warm up, then they grow. And within a few weeks from now, all these trees right here that look like dead sticks are gonna be full, brand new leaves, looking beautiful. And guess what? They are at full price now. So keep that in mind if you want to grow plants, guys. Plants are living beings just like you and I, and just like you and I, we don't look our best every single day. So unfortunately, guys, sorry to disappoint you, there's nothing that you can actually buy to dump into the soil to make your plants come back faster. That is just a myth, and that is something that companies out there brainwash you so that way you spend your money and they get rich. It's just the way the world works, guys. But as soon as you open your eyes, you will actually see reality. You will see the truth all around you. And that not only applies to gardening, that applies to everything out there. I always tell people, we live in the matrix. But anyways, as always, if you like the video, don't forget to like it, so that way more people can see what true gardening is about. If you have any questions, comment below, and as always, I will see you next time.